Hello, it's Pietrzak here. Today I want to show something more about how we produce the isolation cage. So this is the room of production, and here is the place where we prepare the parts for the isolators, the sides and the roofs and all other things. The first thing that we have to make is, of course, the very long excluder. This is our warehouse for excluders for isolation cages. All sorts of different dimensions. And here we see how we fold the excluder into the U shape. So we have the folding machine, and here are the measures, different, of course, for different model. And Jacek is making the first turn, and then he will make the final will be the U shape of excluder. This model is actually for 3 frames, and this is for Wielkopolski frame. Here we have the hand machines to make the sides and all other elements. And here we will move to the other room where we do the drilling of the sides. Here Pandarek is using the very precise float drilling machine, and he is drilling the sides, adding the sides together to the cage. So it needs to be very, very precise, because the space, here you see, the space between the wires must be really precise, so the queen is not escaping. There are models that have 3 rivets on each side, and there are smaller models like Wielkopolski or the other like Langstroth, which has only 2 on each side. So it's actually a bit time consuming and needs to be really precise, as I mentioned. But the result is the mechanical connection, that we are avoiding the welding points, which could be the subject of rust, and actually the weak connection. So this is actually the very best what we can do. We will come back to this in a minute. And here is the, let's say, one of the final stages. On the other drilling machines, there is this finishing element like the border. It's also riveted, needs to be drilled, also precisely. Everything needs to be precise. Of course, there is a rivet, and we are using the battery riveting machine to make it easier and quicker for the employee to make. It has to be done on both sides, of course, so it's easy to work with. And again, because we are riveting, there is no welding. In the past we were welding. Because it's riveting, the connection is strong. In a small isolator like this example, we are having 4 rivets, 2 at each side. But if there is a longer one, the longer excluder, then of course we would add 1 additional rivet in the middle. Here are already delivered cages, still before the riveting of the final bottom of the final board. But of course the rivets needs to be punched, because they are sharp inside, and it also needs to be quite precise, so the isolation cage is not damaged during the punching. So each and every rivet has to be punched with the hammer. So theoretically the cage is ready. However, there is still one final step, which is really, really important. This is checking the strategic, let's say, strategic points, especially where the rivets are. Every single point has to be checked. We already, of course, know which one is the weak point, so we know where to check. Not everything has to be checked, but we know what. And again, every isolation cage is checked with this electronic checking machine tool, actually not machine, but tool, in order the space, like the queen excluder space, is kept, so the queen bee is not escaping. Last year we produced 18,000 isolation cages, and each of them were checked like this. Imagine how much work it is. And actually we have received no claim. zero claim for this quantity. So we are really glad that the quality is a top quality. Here are already the checked cages, which are ready. And once the cage is fully checked, and once the cage is ready to be basically packed, it will receive a hologram sticker, which is a unique. It has a unique number. The number tells who is doing the check. This is also the size verification. And here we give the sticker with the control number, and we are ready. At the end of the day, we are actually building a pile of isolation cages, which are already done. Usually daily we make around 70, 75, depending how many employees are working on this day. The final step is adding the cover lid. So let's get back to drilling because we had some problem with the setting. Here I will show once again. The drilling has to be really precise between the wires, so the wires are not losing the special space, the queen excluder space. You see here is the riveting tool, tick, tick, and one more. Can't remember if I mentioned, on the smaller, lower isolators, we are using 4 rivets at the side, but at the taller ones we are using 6 rivets at the side. This is again time consuming, but it's very precise. The machine is precise. The rivets are very small. There is a control check. So this is how it looks. Needs to be checked. Everything. Here is Warszawski check. So thank you for watching. We hope you are enjoying our products, and we showed you some secrets from our production. Thanks. Bye bye.